Hello, my name is Monet. I'm going to talk about the Texas political culture. What is political culture? Are there different types of Texas political culture? Um, there's a lot of things about what's going on right now in Texas as far as everything. It's a pretty slow town and it's been that way for a very, very long time. So I just needed to, remind you guys that it's very important to learn everything about what's going on out there. So here is the thing here. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. What is political culture? Are there different types of political culture? There is moralistic political culture. Okay? I'm going to pull it up here. So there's also different types of it, and it all depends on what it's talking about. So the government is trying to make sure that it's in good shape with the economic conditions, and it should be free to pursue our economic self-interest, and the government exists to grow these economic interests to create good economic conditions so we can get rich and we can prosper. Many ways for the third and final political culture is traditionalistic below political culture. This is belief that government should be dominated by political elites and guided by tradition. Okay, what is an elite? And the lead is somebody that simply has power over based on their position. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're talking about here as far as political culture. Like, we have to learn this kind of stuff. It's really, really important. So it's power based on the position. What type of political culture does Texas have? Let me ask and find out. So these type of local cultures are three: moralistic and individualistic, traditionalistic, focused. Texas fit into this, what type of political culture this will do for Texas. Okay? And are we moralistic? Do we care about more the needs of what many over the needs of the few? No, not really. I don't mean this in a negative way. But I honestly think that Texas is a low tax state, the low tax, low service state, like I was explaining to you just not too long ago, that it's a very slow town and it's kept low with social services and it's minimized and don't have money to pay for them, and you can't expect anything from the government all the time. Because I used to live in Texas, and I know I've lived in Waco, I've lived in Dallas, I worked at McGregor, I even stayed in Temple for a while, so I know a little bit about Texas. So with the self-interest of having no worry, paying huge tax bill, so this type will be the individualistic culture. Government exists to promote the economic. However, Texas is actually a mixture of political culture. We are individualistic, but we are also traditionalistic. And what I mean by this is that this is the traditional culture that are political elites, the one who help dictate what politics does, are business leaders. These people will have a major state in how I major say how the state really is. And how do they run this? How do they do this? By donating money to politicians and lobbying them, telling them that this is what we like for you to do as far as businesses, to donate money. And they also expect something in return, and I will give you money in return. I expect you to support what I want and how I want it. That's just how Texas really is. Like, they are money hungry out there. And I even know people in Texas that's very, very money hungry. All they want is money. Money, 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 money all the way. Texas is not a joke. It's nothing to play with. You can't even play with even child support out there. That's how bad it is. They want their money. They want what they want. That's just how the government is in Texas. Texas does not play around. The government doesn't play around. And there are three reasons. The first reason is that Texas has the most part being a one-party state. What party has dominated Texas politics for what most of it of our existence since we became a state in 1845? Parties came to the forefront in the 1870s, and this is something you'll learn later. But to learn something from the 1870s until the 1990s, early 2000s, the Democratic Party dominated state politics. It wasn't the Republicans Party that's been in control of Texas politics for less than 20 years. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure this sounds like a tradition to you. And you go to the poll and you vote elections after election for a political party. Why do you do it? Well, I mean, my folks have done it for a long time. I mean, they're Democrat people. I'm a Democrat myself. So, and as far as we do like holiday traditions, we do Christmas, we do Halloween, we do Thanksgiving, we do it all. We even celebrate each other's birthdays. Okay? That's just how our traditional thing is. And why would a Republican will win a race? However, it was always the seat always turned back over. The Republican will lose at the next election, and that has happened for many years. And it wasn't until after the 90s the Republicans began to be competitive at the state level, and by this I mean the run for governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, state comptroller, the 1990s. The Republicans start to consistently win over the major offices or state offices, finally to seal their power in the early 2000s. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I am running out of time with this video. I only have a few minutes left on it. So that's basically how it really is. And I'm going to show you something really quick about how this really is, okay? So this is my other pictures of how this looks, okay? So give me one moment here.